I just want to start off by saying what I need to say and be thankful to God. As you notice, I've been making videos and always be thankful. Thankful for the ability to see things for what they are. And as much effort as they try to make you believe this fantasy of this false reality, this I just see them as clowns. I mean, truly, the level of clownery and the gimmickiness and how they have this character. For example, right now I'm making this video of this. People in the hallways trying to interrupt me because they want me to still think of them as something else but this massive government running this program using human beings as test subject. I'm so thankful that I got to see this. I'm so thankful that on TI Day 2020 I was there saying the things that show exactly that I know what this is about, that this is not only happening to men, women, and children in this country, but all around the world. It's over. I don't know why they still try to create this facade, but it's so disgusting because my fear is if they do that in front of me, it's gonna be bad. There's obviously all kind of psyop of also, but the worst is when I see this like whites, like progressive wannabe feminists. Oh, it's so disgusting. As if, oh no, you know what? This is some strong progressive femme fatale woke clown ass trash. You're involved in a program that torture babies. Anybody who is awakened will see that this thing is disgusting, causing atrocities and torturing even babies. You fucking shit. There's no way to restructure this into something else. Like what? Bunch of low-life trash actually working for governmental entities with pedophilia issues that's so real and so humiliating to them. You can send the most childlike looking individual. You can send this clown ass person. I'm never gonna subscribe to it. But in fact, I want them to pass by so I can take pictures and be like, listen to how much of a psyop this thing can be. This clown with this thick and walking this way, she's involved in a program where they torture babies. She knows that very well, and she knows I know. She thinks the way she presents herself, the way she makes herself angry, and this gimmickiness will make me identify with these manipulations. Make me identify with this facade they want me to create. Make me believe that they're not involved in a program where they're doing some foul, horrible atrocities to women, children. But I don't see that she just want to be involved in this. But to be involved in this, she also enjoy that this facade, this false reality where they always you pay, and to create the theatrics of whatever torture I'm going to go through in the hopes that this is going to block our reality. Never. Thank you, God, I get to see that. Thank you, God, I see the things for what they are. To me now, it's like a case. Like when I see them, like please stay like this. Keep that anger, fake anger. Let me capture that. And look at yourself, how stupid you look when I know these things is happening to women and children. I've seen how fucking clown like some of those people you've seen. They've been the faces of like this is a fraud, an opportunist. You know, people who truly would stand the way, like pretend like we avenge, we're here protecting me. You will never be involved in a program where they are here frying women's genitals. And then some children who just use this different tonality. Now you release. For example, this morning I wake up and I hear this person say, debate it. And she has like this, like a clown, like a child, like this, not even a child, like I don't want to be racist, but this, you can understand this kind of ethnicity. It's like, oh, you debate this. I'm like, please don't do that in front of me. Please don't do that in front of me. Actually, do that in front of me while I'm recording you, please. To show how this clown ass, you look, is that supposed to gaslight me? First of all, target video. I make these videos because I know there will be a day I will not be able to speak. So I speak now as much as I can, because one day I won't. I don't want this shit participate in this program ever delude themselves that I see them other than what they're part of. You know, in my brain, what they try to do to make me acceptive of this facade or even the manipulation. I used to date somebody for a while. She was a perp from day one. Now when I look back, it's like, oh, that's why she was looking at me this way. Like initially, like she was acting this way. Oh, like she would say some random things that just makes no sense. sometimes she made herself. She said something that made. I looked at her. I'm like, what? She said something about. I used to work for this employer, very influenceable employer, so influenceable that this media outlet wrote about how conservative this employee is, and perhaps the most powerful conservative donor in the United States. She, the person I was dating, was supposed to be this very liberal, democratic kind of person. Now, I was put in a program by my employer. I knew something was happening to me before I even met her. Things around me was acting weird. I knew that they put me in some kind of something is happening, something that's bigger than what I don't know. But she came in when she started involving herself in my life. She was also acting weird initially. I remember just like seeing her like from the back of my head, just looking at like just I could see something was happening. She wants to maintain this like liberal democratic like facade. But the employer who put me in this program is so conservative that they donated money to like people that you shouldn't been think like very conservative. Even donated money to a alleged pedophile. You know what she said? This media outlet is one of the biggest. And I'm talking about it. Yeah, this is you see the I'll talk about this media article about how they're saying these people are the most powerful conservative you can imagine in this country. Literally, you know what she says? She starts saying, "Who's gonna read that? Nobody's like, what? This is like, let me just make up one. This is comparable to the New York Times. Like nobody's gonna read the New York Times." And you can see her just like uncomfortable. It's like, never. Well, nobody's gonna read this. Huh? Nobody's gonna read. I'm like, nobody's gonna read the New York Times. That's when I knew something. She was like restructuring reality. Now looking back, now I'm like, I know something was up. And what they try to do is like, try to make me think. You know what? At one point, she was looking at her phone and she was like looking mad. And she walked away and everything else, and so they tried to be, oh no, but she saw what you and Courtney and whatever, and then she's not even that. She said that they saw how my brain they were mapping my brain, that this pedophilia things I'm experiencing today, she saw it then. You clown ass trash. First of all, whatever me and Courtney happened, she was involved in a program where at the same time she was looking, making herself look at that. There's a woman called Mariana testifying about what was happening to her as a target individual. That she was being raped every day, sexually assaulted every day. That children as young as 4-year-olds were being sexually tortured because they were working with her. That 3-year-old kids were being tortured sexually, 7-year-old. This clowniness trash. And at the end, I remember she said something and she started crying. She said that she would tell herself, everything is going to be okay, everything will be okay. And start crying. I was like, why are you being so emotional? It's because she knew that what she put me and what she's involved in is foul. That she put me in a program where they even torture babies. And she was trying to hype herself and make her believe that, being involved in that will be okay. Everything will be okay with her. Because she knew what she involved herself into. She knew that they were going to rewind my brain and restructure it. And I don't have this person who's capable to say New York, who's going to read New York Times? What? So today, when they make me have this sexual stimulation, and they have these reactions, like, now they know, yes, you know you're going to manipulate me to have reaction toward children. With the EEG cloning, with the EEG heterodyning. And you know that I was going to find out at one point that not only do you manipulate people to have this nasty reaction, that you also torture women and rape them. And rape is commonly used. And this perp that was telling herself everything is going to be okay, was an opportunist. But ended up actually falling in love. That's a weird combination because for me, I noticed this person, she's really enjoyed the attention I was giving her, the care I was giving to her. But also she was participating in making my life, just breaking me down too, involving herself in the breakdown. But she's an opportunist. And I don't know. She's dedicated her life, 3 years of her life doing that. Whatever's gonna come to her is gonna come to her, however it comes. I don't care. I don't even think about. She makes me like. I don't have no like. When I think about the people responsible of my torture, I don't care about what she partake. I truly don't. She means nothing to me, positive or negative. Truly, but I see her for an opportunist too, who partake. Who partake in my torture. That was this smart person who also can say something like, "Who's going to read the New York Times?" Because she doesn't want to make it clear. She doesn't want to. She want to block out the fact that the people that put me in this program, the reason why you're an opportunist with me, they're this influenceable and they're this influencer in these ways. And you know what it means. So now when I see this fake walk, why walking on the trash ass, you can't even say Roy Moore, you fucking no life. Time me when you say it. Say when I'm not gonna hear it. Let me say that. Roy Moore, it's your turn. I'm saying your turn because these people are in the hallways. And they will say Roy Moore when I'm about to say, oh, because I can hear it. I use this random name that you hear in my videos because this is a validation that these people are truly these bottom feeders. That they won't even say the name of this man who was allegedly picking up kids as young as 14 years old while they're having their 14-year-old prepping this frame. His name is Roy Moore. Let me hear. I can reassure you they're not going to say it in that way. They're going to say it in a very sneaky, cowardly way to say the name of this alleged pedophile. But they in front of me, they're walking. It's all debated. They've been trashed. Say Roy Moore and I'll debate it. I'd rather die in hell. So today, wherever I end up going, I will always know that these people who donated money to this man, to the point where this girlfriend of mine was saying, who's going to read the New York Times? Because my employer they wrote about them, about how conservative they are. To the point where they donated money to a man who allegedly was doing these things after the allegations. And she, yeah, kind of breaks the whole. No, everything has a purpose. It's fate. It's fate. That not only these people are so conservative, they're so conservative that the New York Times wrote about them. And then on top of that, it's fate that during the time when things were getting so bad with me and her, Child Protective Services was ranking the DOD network as the top tier in child porn trafficking. Magical fate. It's even more fate that the year where they started rewiring my brain, and napping my brain, a bill called End National Defense Network Abuse Act was created. Why? Because the prior year, Child Protective Services, as they try to do something, Child Protective Services ranked 19th out of 2,900. And so that doesn't look good. So this bill is supposed to look at the computers these employees of the DOD are using to download child porn. The computers given to them by the DOD. The DOD computers, right? Not their private computers, the DOD computers. And by the way, I forgot to bring that up. That's prior to that, in 2016 or so, there was this man, Daniel Payne. He was saying that he was seeing so much child porn that on the computers of these employees that he was shocked by the amount. It was unbelievable. Matter of fact, he was requesting that they do more than just look at the computers of the employees, but look at their private computers because they're dealing with very sensitive information. So we should be allowed to see what's going on in their private computer. Oh, that never happened. It's fate that during this time, this trash now we're mapping, looking at clown ass. This person who can in front of me can make me think that nobody listen to the New York Times or watch the New York Times or read the New York Times. And because she was looking at her phone in this way, she knew what? So today I should be accepting of this. Of course, I know that you guys orchestrated this thing to happen. I know that the preparation that at one point I will be rewired. I will be forced to have reaction. And this started on August 19, 2019. Prior to that, it was a bunch of other things. There was different gang stalking tactics. There was a gaslighting method that was different. But on August 19, 2019, everything they prepped for started to happen in regard to rewiring and the manipulation of my brain. Since that day, I changed in the way I react to things. They make me experience this reaction, this stimulation that I do not react naturally. That will not happen naturally. And then you have this nasty ass low life perps coming in all shape and form, but there's some specific ones. Oh, there's some of them just what I don't want to be. There was one of the most disgusting part is I remember moving out of one of my apartment, and those little black kids running. They gave me this stimulation, and I can see this like college student, this white college student. She's like, "Oh, it's you," and the way she was acting. That was before me finding out that there's something called EEG, heterodyning, EEG cloning, where they can make you have these design reactions. Emotional, physical stimulations can be manipulated into the target individual. So they will make you have this reaction, then try to make you accept it to this manipulation by gaslighting you, acting, oh my gosh, it's all you. And they got the emotion like it's all acting. It's like, oh, it's you. I'm not trying to be exaggerating, but that is how they sound. Imagine some college trash trying to tell you who you are. With all the passion. Today's like, oh yeah. Let me bring up a quick reference here, which is my phone. Yeah. Listen, the way things have worked, and the reason why I'm saying thank you, God, because I could have killed myself. I could have lost my life before finding out everything that I need to know to understand what this is really about. You know, this trash are still trying to be, nah, we mapped it. Yes, you manipulated my brain. And I will never, never let these people live this fantasy, the humiliation of reality. Listen to these things that they mapped it. Hold on, let me.
The human nervous system, in order to remotely pick up on someone's neural network or EEG, and not only receive that and monitor it, but manipulate it and place it back into the victim to control their emotions or control their actions, or bodily functions for that matter. The other more recent term we have for that is EEG heterodyning or EEG cloning. The difference between EEG heterodyning and EEG cloning would be, let's say me remotely receiving your EEG and then duplicating it and putting that in another person to give them your same thoughts or feelings or physical reactions. EEG heterodyning would be receiving your EEG, manipulating it to put it back inside your head to give us a desired physical reaction or emotional reaction.
There are 4 different techniques and technologies that can pipe voices into an individual's head. And once you can do that, you can control them using neuro-linguistic programming techniques. You're rewiring their thought processes and brains. And so this gets into find the probability